and Dave are on the lam, not a scam. Grab your cam, could be in a traffic jam or maybe in Siam. Bill and Dave are hiding out, what's their route? Won't give out, searching Brussels for a sprout. They rarely mill a boat. Bill and Dave are on the lam, on a tram in Rotterdam. Don't you forward them your spam, they're clearly on the lam.
So are we running or
Whatever you want.
oh, is it going?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
hey.
he's tricksy.
He's tricksy like a hobbit.
Okay, now you were going to say something about.
Oh,
our
I was
son,
just
Rob.
talking. It was just a silly thing. It's about my obsession with the olive pun.
Oh.
This is how it goes, listener. I think I've said this on the thing, but one of my oldest puns that I always like talking about when the kids are little, when someone brings up the word olive, as in, green olives, black olives, Mediterranean olives, I'll always go, olives? Olive one? I'll love them. I'll eat all of them at 11 o'clock, all of the time. That's usually how it plays out. Well, Saturday, we were up watching Keith and Teresa's little baby, and Rob came by to visit, and we're talking about ordering a pizza. And Robbie goes something like, you guys like olives on it, right? And my eyes kind of lit up, and he went, yeah, I know. Olives, I love them. Yeah, I get it.
And
It heard it so many times.
Didn't Rob just eat an olive for the first time
Yeah.
2 weeks ago or something?
Really?
He
See, you scarred him, Bill.
I know. It's like I completely messed him up about olives.
Such a picky.
But he is
You
the-
hear that boy. He's
I
he's
thought
doing
I was
better.
picky.
He's doing better though. He's doing much.
Well, he's a vegetarian, and he's eating great. And I'm going to give the love of his life, Allie,
Credit.
credit on this
Complete
because
credit.
she's like an alchemist
She's
in the kitchen. She is such a wonderful cook, and they're growing. They have an indoor container garden. All these, like
The grow
lime
lights and
basil,
everything. They're growing everything.
guys, and they're starting all these exotic tomato
And
plants.
he's going to come and garden put some of them in our yard.
Because I'm sure, as Robbie said, it's very difficult to eat in any type of healthy fashion when you're touring.
Oh,
Oh.
It's almost
right.
impossible.
Just to have, cheese on stuff. It's basically what, yeah.
He's going to be going to Sweden, and this is just it's so wonderful that he's doing this kind of stuff. But I said to him
Or
when we went.
is he there already?
No.
He's going to be leaving there.
I mean, in the time.
Oh, he would have already been.
Oh, right.
By the
Yes,
time,
yes.
he'll have been to Sweden and back. By the time
this podcast airs.
Oh,
Yes.
there we go again. We're trying.
Yeah.
No.
Trying to.
We're trying to get a calendar.
Yeah.
I know. But no, he. I said, how when we went to pick up said pizza with olives on it. Olives. Olive one. I love them. Enough. I said, how did this come about? Like he just lives in this universe now that mystifies me. And he said, oh well, when I was in Germany, I got this like, oh. So there was just some connection he made in Germany. He knew on Facebook, coincidentally, the guy that runs the National Poetry Slam in Sweden. But he didn't know that. He asked a German poet friend of his, hey, do you know anything about the Swedish National Poetry Jam? Because he had been invited to the German one. And I guess he's been interested. Through his mom, he's got Swedish blood in him. I guess that's what got him interested. And the poetess in Germany said, well, do you know the so-and-so? And Rob goes, yeah, I'm Facebook friends with him. She goes, well, he runs the whole thing up in Sweden. So then Rob just asked him, and he got a generous, I won't say it on the air, but I mean, they paid him generous. He was willing, well, I won't even say that, what he was willing to take. I don't want to, should this get in the wrong hands of people lowballing him, but...
Well, no. Are you done with this story?
Pretty much.
Yeah, Blanc, who I'm friends with, which I always think that they might be able to do something together.
I bet they could.
I think I mentioned him to Rob before. He says he's heard of him.
But Jaap was touring somewhere, I forget where, and he had a vacancy in the itinerary, and he said, we're looking to perform this night. And he said flat out, not looking for any money, just looking for a place to sleep and a place to play.
Wow.
You know, it's
Yeah, I think that's often.
The
it's,
case.
it's
Yeah.
better when you're out to, just keep performing and
Just do it. Yeah.
Yeah, and that is a key insight into the performer's existence. If you're going to be a healthy performer, composer, writer, whatever, you have to have an outlet.
the one and only tour that I did as Daver, which was awful. Not because
You've
the tour
told
was,
me about it.
Yeah, not because the tour was bad, but I just hated doing it. I'm glad I did it because I know that I can't do it. But I'm sure everybody's run into this. The very first night we were in Arizona, booked to play a place. We got into town, show up to the place, and none of the promo posters are up, but there's a promo poster for somebody else. And like, we're supposed to be playing. It was like, no, we didn't get that.
Yeah.
So the band that I was with at the time, who will remain nameless, they were like dragging donkeys through the dirt to get them to do anything. I mean, they had just the worst attitude, and
Yeah.
we'll never make it. And,
Yeah, that's wonderful to work with people like that.
it was awful, that attitude as well. But so I got all the free papers. I'm like, well, we got to play somewhere. So I just started going through and calling places. You guys need a band tonight? You got a band? And they're like, we ain't gonna be able to do that. You're not gonna be able to do that. And got a place. Like, okay, they'll take us. They're not gonna pay us, but we'll.
Yeah,
We got to practice at least.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Got to make use of that time.
Yeah.
We drove to this town.
Right,
We're here.
right.
Here we might
What
as
do
well
we come
play
here for
somewhere.
nothing?
Right. Yeah. We're
Yeah.
not gonna sit by the pool and say poor us. Oh, that band was. Because at the time, this was 2000, and I can't remember, in 2000, when did all the unplugged stuff start to become real popular? Like MTV Unplugged was happening.
Well, wasn't that like in the 90s sometime?
Was it in the 90s?
I think so.
Probably the later 90s.
Late 90s. So, I mean, things like, Dave Matthews Band really weren't that popular. You got with, guy with an acoustic guitar fronting, and that's what I was doing. That's what I chose to do with a, electric bassist and drummer. But, I tried to instill in this band that you can rock. You can be a worthy opponent to somebody with electric guitar in there. But
They just
sometimes
wouldn't.
when they saw there was an opening band, I was kind of like, oh, we're not gonna like.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
well,
I really make it.
yeah, you had the wrong guy.
it's almost like I should have hit him. Here, get mad. I'm gonna,
Yeah. I really make
throw stuff at
a
you.
conscious effort anymore in my life to just stay away from people like that who have that kind of
One of the guys I still am in contact with, and he's apologized a few times for that.
Oh,
well, that's
good.
That's good.
Another
I think
guy.
you've mentioned that to me too. Yeah. Now, the
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Right,
That's what
yeah, it is. It is
That's
because
exactly
you
what it is.
can't be in
No.
any area of the entertainment business and
And
go in
think-
there thinking like, oh, this isn't going to work.
Yeah.
well, then it won't.
Yeah,
And
because
it
it won't.
You have declared it.
Well, speaking of performing in your group Death in Memphis, which you were not talking about,
It's not my group.
it's a group you're in.
You are in. Yeah.
And we'll keep that clear
Yeah.
too.
As Wendy says, it's a group that I am not joining one gig at a time.
We're on
I
record
like.
for saying
I
that.
like that. I like that.
But you guys recently played in Indianapolis.
Yes.
Now, how did that go?
That was interesting. It was
I just
yeah,
put this,
just
right?
it's it's good just to get the Death in Memphis name out around, playing at all these places. But this, I guess, was some sort of historic place, maybe just because it's been around for a long time.
Oh,
And it was unfortunate that we were the last act, and there's a difference between headlining and being last. So I don't think Wendy and I made a weekend out of it. The band just made a drive and back, but I can tell you about that. But we were instructed to get to be there by 9, and we didn't go until 1:30.
now did you stay the night, or did you drive home?
We stayed the night in just outside Indianapolis because Wendy and I went to Richmond the next day, which I'll get to. But I don't know if you've been in situations like that, Marge, where you're going to perform and you're told to be there at 9.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
4.5 hours later is when you actually
It's
go
happened.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people running it are completely
Right.
disorganized.
It changes things. It's that waiting.
Yeah. That really is.
Well, that
horrible.
zaps your.
Yeah.
You get your energy to a certain peak, and then
You
after
can't
a while,
sustain it.
it's like you just
Right,
can't.
right.
It peaks off, and then you're over the top, and it's like you don't care anymore. It's not that you don't care, but it's just you're not.
Now, was this a situation where there was actually a headlining act, or was it just all
It was
just a bunch of bands shoved onto a program?
It was a crazy situation where at one time there was a headlining act, and then it was down to just us playing, and then it escalated to 5 bands that night.
Okay, sounds like this was not really super well planned out.
This wasn't that beer can fest, was it?
No, that's what month is this? What do we?
Well, this would.
June. That's coming up.
Well, we're
Yeah.
recording this in late April, but this
July.
won't. This may not air till July.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So yeah, that was back in June then. Beer Can Fest.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Ah.
gotcha.
And
Gotcha.
we also did Mustache Fest back in May.
Oh.
May 5th, I think that one was.
Well, how many gigs do you think you've played now with Death in Memphis?
I don't know, but
A
we
dozen?
have probably, and there's at least 4 in May.
It's escalating.
It is.
Now,
Are they all around this area in May?
They're between Joliet and Chicago. Like this is what's today. This next Friday, we're playing in Evanston, which I think is. I'm sorry, not not next Friday.
Yeah.
way back in.
May 4th, Evanston.
Yeah, in May.
And
Yeah.
then May 5th, Joliet at the Chicago Street Pub, whatever that thing is, downtown Joliet. And then on May 11th, I'd actually told them that I can't go because I have tickets for Monday night to go see a nice little band from Norway called Opeth.
Ooh.
And they're just as dark as they sound. But they booked a show anyway. And it's a fundraiser for autism. And I said, well, I can play until, I forget what time I told them. So I'm actually going to play a show in Midlothian with Death in Memphis. And Little Picard had to Joliet to see this Norwegian death metal band.
Wow.
And where are they playing?
They're playing at Mojo's.
Oh, Mojo's.
Mojo's,
Yeah.
yeah.
Never
Yeah.
been there.
Yeah, it's right.
Know
It's
where it is.
right in the middle of downtown Joliet. Yeah, it's been there for. I'm not sure how long it's been. It's right across the street from that place called the Department. That used to be a jewelry store, I think, at one time, and now it's a restaurant. And
Yeah, there's a lot of new places in Joliet. There's a Mojo's in Plainfield, too.
But after the Indianapolis show, about an hour, Wendy's going to kill me if I don't get this right. No, she won't kill me, but she'll be disappointed. An hour, I think north. Am I right, Wendy? An hour north of Indy is a small town called Richmond.
Okay.
yes, we know where Richmond is.
Oh, have you been there?
Yes.
Really? What do you do out there?
Oh, it's antiques. I think they have antique stores there, right, in Richmond?
I don't
We've
remember.
been through it. It's right on the Wisconsin border, right?
No. He's
Oh, I'm
talking
sorry,
about
I'm sorry.
Indiana.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Richmond, Illinois. No,
Okay.
I know.
He says an hour north of Indianapolis.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't listening.
If
No.
it is in fact north of Indianapolis.
Okay, sorry. No, I don't know Richmond.
Because I was wondering, when have we been to Richmond,
No,
Indiana?
I was thinking of Richmond, Illinois. Sorry.
Well, it's home of the Star Piano Company. They made pianos in the late 1800s up through mid 1930s as part of